Okay, we'll talk about this gas tax, that they want to have a gas tax holiday. Now, the gas tax is designed to maintain the infrastructure of the road system. It's what pays for your roads and bridges. And in that way, it's always been a relatively fair tax. Maybe not for everybody, because I probably use as much gas off-road as I do on-road. You know, in chainsaws and generators and stuff like that, I don't do a lot of driving on the road. But I still end up paying that gas tax. Well, in this way, at least it was prorated. The more you drove, the more you paid in the gas tax. It offset the wear and tear on the roads. So it made sense. So then when they come and they had that infrastructure bill, that we had to fix the roads and bridges, which should have been taken care of by the gas tax. So what did they do with that money? It doesn't go to fixing the roads. It went to put up, charging stations all across the country for electric vehicles. Well, this is a huge ripoff because these electric vehicles aren't paying any gas tax. They're using the roads, but they're not paying for the maintenance of the roads. So that's not fair in the first place. Now, the idea of dropping this gas tax for 90 days is they're using it as a political thing, trying to get a few votes that way. If you drop the price of gas, then you can pat yourself on the back for doing it. But they're going to have to come back later and demand more money to fix the roads and bridges that didn't get fixed in the other infrastructure bill, because, like I say, they use that for other stuff. But yeah, I find that very annoying that now they want to drop the one tax that actually is prorated to your use. They want to drop that. You pay for it now or you pay for it later. That short-term gratification of getting 18 cents off a gallon now, when the price of gas is so high, 18 cents is so little. And they're going to come back and want billions and trillions of dollars to fix the roads and bridges for those damned electric vehicles. That doesn't make any sense. You got to come up with a way of taxing those electric vehicles to help pay for the roads. They're the ones who should be getting the excise tax on for using the roads, because right now they're just sliding by on that. That's not fair. Every time, like they showed the other day, there was film clips of people, just ordinary people, but vandalizing like Tesla cars. As they walk by, just key the damn car all the way down. It's getting to be a thing, but it's because people who they figure, okay, who's ever driving this car is probably a jerk, because they probably are a jerk, and they're probably rich, so it pisses them off that these people aren't paying the high price for gas. They're driving for, very little. But they got to start nailing them people. They have to pay a share on that for the upkeep of the roads. But that's, that was the whole thought behind the gas tax. But if you're going to go with electric vehicles, you've got to include them. There's got to be some way of including them in there. They can't be just sliding by on that, because they're doing just as much damage to the road as anybody else. And as much as they're pushing us, you got to make up for that. But I thought it was interesting that people were vandalizing electric cars. Just as a thought that these people are probably jerks. I would never do that, and I certainly would encourage people to do that. But I would encourage people to get on your people that are in government, and they have to come up with a way of making that fair, that these people with electric vehicles are paying a share. And they really, the idea of dropping a gas tax for this small, short-term political gain, when you know they're going to come back for it, they're going to have to, it's going to be suddenly a great emergency, and then they're going to come to their senses and realize, oh yeah, these electric vehicles, we should do something about them paying. Do it now. But the idea of doing that short-term gain, I know it's gonna run into a lot of money down the road. But people work short-term, but they're thinking it's going to help them in the midterms. That's the whole idea. They think this is going to help them in the midterms. Maybe they start charging a fee for these electric cars that will go into a fund, directly into a fund, not some sneaky shifted around kind of thing, for infrastructure. That's what needs to be done. I don't know why I had to pay for their damn charging stations. That's of no gain to me, and then they're using the roads that I'm paying for, and they're not paying. We're screaming about people paying their fair share. The electric vehicle owners are not paying their fair share. So leave the gas tax alone, or get rid of it altogether. I mean, if you want to do that, just drop it, but I don't know how you're going to pay for the roads then. But you can't let them electric vehicle people slide on that. That's certainly not fair. It irritates me when there was some senator or something who was bragging about how she was driving across country in her electric Tesla, and she was just smiling every time she saw a high-priced gas. There's something wrong there. You got to balance that out some way. But like I say, like that infrastructure money, they didn't use it for what it was actually intended for. Like I said, a lot of charging stations went up. So you have to be sure that that money is used for the purpose it was designed for. You can't be playing fast and loose with that, but they love to do that. They just want one big slush fund that they can use for anything they want to use it for. That gas tax was made for roads and bridges. Use it for that. And don't let them elected people slide.